Today's episode of Distorted View Daily is brought to you by...
It's official. We're in the midst of the summer of Jimothy, the deformed necklace raccoon that has lurched its birth-defected spineless body into the hearts of an entire nation. Every child in America wants a cute, crippled creature of their own. At Scratch and Dent Pet Center, we only stock the most mangled, sad-looking, yet technically living animals available for purchase. This week at Scratch and Dent Pet Center, cranial damaged potbelly pigs. Nothing's more adorable than slow swine missing large chunks of skull. Your kids will love how oddly sloped the head is. Also this week, buy one, get one free African gray parrot. These exotic beauties speak loudly and clearly. At least they did until they suffered catastrophic strokes. Now they'll charm you with their long, drawn-out slurring, stammering, and occasional seizures.
Pretty bird, what cracker.
And don't forget about August's Overstock special, Scooter Bugs. The cute, cuddly, inbred pugs missing at least 2 legs. Call their name and watch them wobble, teeter, and yes, scoot their way into your arms. And hearts. From mentally retarded cats with tongues that can't fit in their mouths to shaken baby tortoises, we've got the perfect, imperfect pet for you. And if you find you're on a budget, check out Scratch and Dent Pet's Discount Bin. Because you know our motto, if it's still breathing, it's technically not roadkill. Visit Scratch and Dent Pets today at our flagship Caldesaville warehouse on Dead Possum Run Road. Oh, that reminds me, we've got some great deals on dead possums. So what are you waiting for? Visit Scratch and Dent Pets today.
Blind dogs, brain tumor cats. How about a good deal on tailless rats? Bipolar fish, hairless ducks. Want to save money? You're in luck.
Freaks, it's Friday, August 7th, 2026. Coming up on the program today, teaching incels how to treat women one fake girlfriend at a time. Plus, Meat Skelton has been blacklisted by civilized society. And stealing the ashes of a dead child is a weird way to ask for a second date. All this was your voicemails today on Distorted View.
The story on today's show could be the most bizarre story we've done in our 15-year history. This is really crazy. My guest began wearing women's clothing at age 12 and became a transsexual at age 35. But that's not the unusual part of this story. No, this transsexual also decided at the age of 14 that she didn't want her legs. Here's Sandra! What's going on? This is strange, isn't it?
Yes, it is strange.
Okay. So how old are you now?
I'm 48.
Now you're 48. When you were 35, you decided to become a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's fine. At what age did you think you didn't want your legs?
At 14.
At 14. Why did you cut your leg off?
I didn't want them. My brain just kept saying get rid of them, so I had to get rid of them.
What kind of things have you done to get your legs?
I've injected my knee with my feces, 120 cc's under my kneecap, just liquefied, pump it in. I've cut myself with razor blades. I've drove nails in the bone. My brain would just say get a 16-penny nail and a hammer and drive it in the bone, and I just drive it in the bone. I built the guillotine. I dropped it on my leg. That didn't work. So, I was like, go back to the drawing board. I got to figure out something else. I cut the circulation off up here above the knee with the radiator hose clamps that you put on the automobile.
Yeah.
And then down here I used like a pantyhose with like a noose on it to make it real tight. And then I just got my saw and got everything in the kitchen, got everything ready that I needed. And got up on the counter and I waited till the leg went numb and turned purple. And I got the saw and I put it on my leg and I powered it up and then I shut it off, laid it on the counter. And I looked at the saw and looked at my leg and said, well, it's now or never.
It's Distorted View Daily, sponsored by TV listener Satan's Porthole.
Crystal meth loosens up your butthole.
The vagina is full of AIDS.
A lot of hot liquid poo just went out all at once.
Yes, Tim Edson back here with you one more time as we wrap things up with the Friday show. Got a great one for you. Obviously posting the show a little bit late as we did on Thursday. Next week we'll get back on track. You know, it has been a long time since I've heard the inject my kneecap with my liquefied feces clip, but the extended version. For instance, I didn't remember that he was transsexual, or I guess today you'd call him a transgender. I actually don't think he'd mind either way what you call him. He's just happy he doesn't have those legs anymore. Dreams really do come true. Listen, you heard at the top of the show, we have got a sponsor today, which is very exciting. Rod or Pay, take it away, my friend.
Yes, once again, today's sponsor is Satan's Porthole, who writes, "Happy birthday from your Finnish freaks. One request. Could infected broth cover your legendary country song about Meade Skelton missing the Trump rally because his dad wouldn't let him go? That bit had me laughing so hard on the bus, people stared."
First of all, shame on you, Satan's Porthole. It's tainted broth. Tainted, not infected. You're getting the name confused with the all-girl Tainted Broth tribute band, Infected Broth. They're very good, but, you can't fuck with the OGs. Of course Tainted Broth could do a cover of Trump Rally. Trump Rally, Trump Rally, country lovin'. We'll play that at the end of the show today. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode, by the way. Really do appreciate it. All the way from Finland checking in. We actually do have a couple other sponsors on deck. We have another daily sponsor, and then someone actually sponsored an entire week of programs. I initially missed their email, but we're definitely getting to a whole week's worth of sponsorships by a listener in the coming weeks here in August. So thank you very much to everyone who continues to sponsor DV. First of all, I really need it, but it is really appreciated. Like I said, we will play the Tainted Broth version of the Meade Skelton country song a little bit later today, probably to end the show. Right now, though, I've got some great audio to share with you. First up, our buddy Meade is back. Da-da-da-da! And it's the exact type of content I love. No ministry bullshit. Just him whining and complaining about how shitty his life is. Before we get into the video, let me just say some freaks in the Discord posted a few interesting things from Meade. First up, he's sticking with this obsession with matching colors or whatever. He posted a photo of himself wearing a vest, and he wrote, "Here I am wearing a beige vest." I don't know if beige looks good on anyone, but okay. "Here I am wearing a beige vest, which is an off color for the dark winter palette. However, it's anchored by a deep brown tie and a stark white shirt." Again, we're supposed to believe that this guy is straight, going on like that. All right. As if that wasn't enough evidence to question someone's sexuality, let's turn our attention now to a post on the apricity. And for those of you that don't know, the whole reason why the apricity exists, it is to act as a gathering ground to celebrate white culture. I mean, technically, it's an online community dedicated to people of European ancestry, but it's pretty much just for white racists and, a little sprinkling of homophobia, mainly by Meade. Anyway, so Meade started a new thread. How this relates to European ancestry, I have no idea. I can't make the connection. Here is Meade's thread. "I had a dream I got to touch Taylor Swift's hair." You know who else has that dream? 20-something-year-old homosexuals. They're the ones obsessed with Taylor's hair. All right, yeah, this whole post is about Taylor Swift's hair. "It was kind of magical. She was giving an interview and I was standing off to the side. When I touched her hair, did you get consent first? I mean, how fucking weird of behavior is that? Just, starting to stroke some woman's hair. She doesn't know you. When I touched her hair, I guess I just petted it a little, about twice. The weird part, we're just now getting to the weird part? I don't think so. Whole thing is weird. I wonder if Meade is bringing this up because earlier in the week, I shared my dream. Maybe I should post that on the apricity. "I had a dream where I ate out a demon's 4 buttholes. It was quite magical. Anyway, the weird part was her hair was more coarse, like a black woman." Of course, there's always got to be a strange race angle to everything. "I wanted to ask a question. When she finished her interview, I did apologize deeply, but she told me not to sweat it, and she wasn't mad at me at all. I hope this means I'm ready to date." No! You're doing highly inappropriate things in your dream, and you think it's okay. You're not ready for a real girl. This would be a really good use for AI to help train these incels on how to treat real women, right? They could get this like a little girlfriend doll, and it's got sensors all over her body so she knows when she's being touched. And it's, wired up to ChatGPT or something, and it can tell these idiots when they're being inappropriate, like how to treat a woman.
I'm going to stop you right there, Mead. It's never acceptable to slide your finger up and down a woman's cleavage without asking. Also, you smelling your finger afterward, telling me I should bottle my tit sweat, isn't a compliment.
It's Incel's First Girlfriend by VTech, which is not the same VTech that makes Leapfrog and all the children's toys. This is VTech as in Virgin Technologies. I named my dog Guadalupe. She's my first Latina girlfriend. Yeah. I think I need to replace her batteries because she ain't been talking to me too much. What's wrong, Guadalupe?
Let me access my log. At 1:30 p.m., you asked me if you had the same bone structure of actor Kit Connor. When I replied no, you asked me if I agree Colton Haynes had Chad-like features. Then you asked if Diego Bonito had a juicy fat ass, and then asked if I thought Jonathan Bailey's chest would be comfortable to lie your head upon. Then you asked if it's weird to have a dream about Chris Hemsworth farting on your face, but the farts smell like lavender. And then I stopped talking to you because I calculated you are gay and don't need a girlfriend. You need a Grindr account.
Mead can't even make it work with a fake girlfriend. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum. So like I mentioned, Mead did post a new video. I don't think this has anything to do with girlfriends. The thumbnail reads, blacklisted. Mead loves to play the victim here. What do you think he's blacklisted from? Well, the video is titled, I'm 47 and no one will hire me. Oh, okay, so it's not so much that you're blacklisted, it's that you don't have any hireable skills, experience, and quite frankly, you're a bit off-putting, so I can't imagine the interview process goes well. Boom, boom, boom. There's your 3 strikes. Let's hear it from Mead's big mouth, though.
Hello, folks. Welcome to Mead Ministry Channel. I want to address something that's kind of a concern to me. I know a lot of folks have been wondering why I'm not working.
Yeah, there's someone in the comments. Every time like Mead posts a video, this same individual will ask, how's the job hunt going? Have you looked for a job? Over and over and over. I think that's who Mead is responding to specifically here.
Why I'm not working. Why I don't have a real job. Of course, I got paid yesterday for doing some music, but I know what they mean. Why don't you go 9 to 5, worky, clocky. Well, folks, I do believe that that I have been blacklisted. I think that I've been marked ineligible for employment. And the reason I think this is because I've had several job interviews and no job offers. And my resume is solid.
I don't know about that. I have no idea what is on Mead's resume. Oh, I would love to get my hands on that. But he's got so little experience. I wonder if he put things like, when he worked at Amazon, like an Amazon warehouse for a day before seeing some sort of poster that he deemed too woke. I think it was a poster of a black worker smiling, and he's like, I'm out of here. This place is too liberal for me. Anyway, so he lasted like a day there. I wonder if he put that on his resume as experience, because that's a problem when employers see that you couldn't make it through your first week of a job before quitting, The only job he's really stuck with was Chick-fil-A, and he works less than part-time there. So again, it's not an issue of you being blacklisted. It's just there are so many people looking for jobs that are more qualified than you. Why would they ever in a million years hire you?
Even though it's part-time, I have a good resume, and I make sure that they know that I'm a online student at Liberty University.
I would see, like, keep that information to yourself.
A 3.5 GPA. I have a lot of skills, customer service skills.
Do you?
Of course, digital marketing.
What?
Music skills.
No, what? Like, don't include that. on your resume for a job at the Dollar General. Like, they don't care that you can play the piano.
A lot of things that are pertinent to customer service, which is what I'm looking in towards, and remote work. And what happens, folks, is I get the job interview, and then they tell me the usual, like, oh, well, thank you for the interview today, but we are considering other applicants, or we'll let you know, or this don't give me the job. Well, 9 times out of 10, if they don't give the job at the in-person interview, you didn't get it.
How would you? I guess he's basing that on the fact that every interview he's had, he hasn't gotten the job. So, yeah, that must be the case.
Because I've been on enough interviews to know. And so that's the problem. And so why is that? Well,
okay. What do you think Mead's theory really... Like, why is he blacklisted? Because he's a Christian? Is this the devil? Like, sometimes the easiest explanation is the real explanation. Isn't that Occam's razor or some bullshit? You're just a horrible candidate for the job. Any job. All jobs.
They just try and be polite. I wish they would just be like Donald Trump and say, sorry, you're a loser. We don't want you. I'd rather have them say that. But, folks, I do believe I have been blacklisted. I have contacted the management at Chick-fil-A, and they claim this is not true. However, that doesn't mean they're telling the truth. And I had to quit abruptly my last 2 jobs because I was sick.
First of all, I knew it. I think this is the first time Mead's ever said that he no longer works at Chick-fil-A. We all suspected it, though. Now, I know legally, like, when you are applying for a job, your potential new employer can call your previous employers, but there's only certain things they can ask. And I think one of the questions they typically ask is, when this person left the job or quit, did they give 2 weeks notice? Or did they give proper notice? That's kind of a big deal for employers, right? They want to know that you're not just going to just not show up one day. Just, quit. You're going to give them the courtesy of saying, like, look, I found another job. I can give you a month. I can give you 2 weeks, so you can find someone else. Maybe that's why Mead's not getting the job, because he's, just a bad employee.
Because I thought it was how I looked. I thought maybe they'd take one look at me and say, that's a low tier normie. We don't want him.
See, this is a good illustration of how Mead is chronically online. He thinks everyone is a looks maxer, judging people on their Chad-like features, and that's how they base, who's going to work for them. Like, no, Mead, this is some incel bullshit only you and other basement dwellers give a shit about. I mean, it's true. Like, employers don't want fucking mangled, disgusting messes working for them. But if you look like a human being, if you're average, they'll hire you if you're worth it.
Actually, I'm kind of a mid-tier normie now.
Mead thinks quite highly of himself.
Bordering on high-tier normie. But that aside, I've seen people who look a lot worse. Believe it or not, there are people
he is sweating like a pig. He's recording in his car, and I'm guessing he doesn't have air conditioning.
Look worse than me, who are working.
He's very moist.
There are people that are older than me who are working. So I don't think that's it.
Yeah, must be I'm blacklisted.
And here I sit in my sweaty car, sweating. But folks, I don't know what to do, so I'm caught between a rock and a hard place.
Maybe you should have recorded those Distorted View songs you promised me, and I would have given you some more music work. You little prick.
I really am broke. I have insurmountable debt, and I'm on debt consolidation. So
it's like an old person. I'm on a fixed income.
They're not going to cart me off to prison, thank heavens, but I have bills that I had trouble paying.
I'm pretty sure he put a few Slim Jims on a Klarna plan recently, right? Didn't he? He tried to pay for his Doritos and Sody Pop on a buy now, pay later thing?
I'm on help. Yes, I'm on assistance. And I did that for this reason.
Yeah, because you're a communist? That sounds like some socialist shit. Government helping you out.
Because I didn't know for sure. Because of my health issues and other things in the past, I did it as a safety net because I didn't know. And
a safety net. Safety nets are important, yeah. Well, you're sounding more and more like a Democrat, Mead. You need to pull yourself up by your fucking bootstraps. I'm sorry. The straps of your super cute Jimmy Choos. Or whatever the hell you're wearing, you little fruit.
People say, oh, you're mooching. You don't want to work. No, I want to work. I want to get off of this. It's a trap. It's like I'm a slave. And I can't get out of this, but as God is my witness, I will prevail. I will get a job.
I will say this. At least he's trying to look for a job. So he is doing the right thing. I'm making fun of him, but at least he's trying to find something now.
It's just tough. And I'm in a... So if y'all can pray for me and help me get
Everyone pray for me. Come on. Pray for the boy.
off this blacklist that I've been put upon.
Like, dude, you put yourself on that blacklist. Well, anyway, that's what Meade Skelton is up to. A couple other short clips before we get into the news. Oh, I did want to play this short Rachel Gerster clip. I know we featured her earlier in the week, but she is still completely unhinged. I think her TikTok username is something like Empathy Queen. She really tries to position herself as a lover, not a hater, but it's tough to believe her when she's screeching like this.
Hopefully you get a fucking blood clot in your fucking head. Hopefully someone shoots you in the goddamn fucking face. Holy fuck. You worthless goddamn fuck.
Oh, it says here she apparently has multiple accounts. So one of them is Empathy Queen. The other one is Say It to My Face.
So instead of acting on that, do you know what I do? I fucking rage clean, and I'm so fucking proud of myself. I'm so fucking proud. And I don't think the world actually appreciates how much rage cleaning is saving people's lives. Holy Jesus, you deserve death. You fucking, not just a quick death, you deserve to be shot in the fucking face. Have you ever seen someone shot in the goddamn face before? Because I have. When I worked at a hospital, you better hope you fucking do it right. Holy fuck. Have you ever watched someone gurgling to death on their own blood? Because I fucking have. And that's what I fucking wish for you. You fucking cunt.
That's our Empathy Queen.
You fucking cunt. You fucking death deserving. Unfortunately, there's nothing I can do about it. Fucking cunt. You death deserving fucking cunt.
She does this thing where she repeats herself over and over. I think it's she can't think of another insult, right?
Deserving.
She's spooling. She's trying to come up with something else.
Fucking cunt.
Okay.
You death deserving fuck.
All right, you get the idea. That's what Rachel is up to this week, making friends online. You may have seen this next clip of a rude DoorDash delivery guy. We've played a few of these before in the past. Here's the latest. He's upset about the tip.
$2 fucking I got this goddamn fucking order, man. $2 fucking, cheap ass motherfucker.
The thing with DoorDash is the driver accepts the order, and that includes the tip information, right? So when the driver accepts the order, he knows how much he's going to get tipped. Unless the customer changes the tip afterwards, which I think you're able to do. Like, if you get really bad service, you can take some of that tip away. So, and if I was this guy, I would not even be expecting the $2 at this point. Not after this outburst. This is all recorded on the Ring doorbell, of course. I'm thinking maybe he had multiple orders. Like, he was at, I don't know, Burger King or something, picking up someone else's order, and he saw another person has ordered Burger King, so he's like, I'll just pick up this order too, since I'm already here. I'm just trying to figure out why he would even accept this $2 tip order.
$2 fucking I got this goddamn fucking order, man. $2 fucking, cheap ass motherfucker. Cheap ass motherfucker, bitch! Not tipping motherfucker! $2! Fucking cheap ass bitch!
He's all the way back to his car, like down the driveway, and you can still hear him.
Cheap ass fucking bitch!
And away he goes. Also, again, I've mentioned this before. I don't ever do this DoorDash stuff. I'm too poor. I will drag my fat ass into my car and go get the food myself. That just sort of proves to me like how much I want it. You know what I mean? Like how hungry I really am. If I'm willing to get up, put some goddamn pants on, get in the car and drive and get the food. Okay, then I'm hungry. Then it's okay that I eat. It's too easy to just be on your phone in your house and be like, bring me crispy, greasy chicken bites now. I'd be fucking 900 pounds again, pulling that shit. But if I were to order a DoorDash, I feel like what I would do is set like a base tip, like $2. And assuming I get my food and there's no spit in it, right, and the driver doesn't just like throw the food out his car window onto my patio, making the spaghetti or whatever the fuck I order splatter everywhere. As long as it comes in good condition, then I up the tip. Because the whole thing with the tip is you're tipping for good service. How the fuck am I supposed to know what your service is going to be like beforehand? I mean, I'm sure I'm not the first person to have this thought. Everyone in the goddamn world has, but for some reason, this DoorDash delivery dude didn't get the memo. And there's no way he's going to get a better tip now. All right, finally, before we get into the news, this absolutely drove me crazy. This is a combination of all things I hate. Influencers, shitty TikTok shop products, and fake disorders. How did they all come together to create the perfect shitstorm? Well, let's take a listen to this neurodivergent twat.
I would argue that this is a neurodivergent necessity. Like the day you find out you have ADHD or autism, they're like, here you go.
What she's holding up is a plastic cup. It's a tumbler that has 3 straws sticking out of it. The tumbler is divided into 3 separate compartments, right? So you can pour a Dr. Pepper into one section, water into another, and then Kool-Aid into the third. It's the dumbest looking thing I've ever seen in my life, with the 3 straws sticking out of it. Like, you schlep that thing around, people know there's something very fucking wrong with you. And that's why these fake neurodivergent people tote them around. It's the one thing they love more than anything, letting other people know they've got a disability. That's why so many fakers use canes now. Have you seen this? If you go on TikTok, so many 20-year-old girls feel like they need to utilize a cane to walk and stabilize themselves because, I don't know, they got POTS or something. And they decorate their cane, make it look all whimsical, right? It's a fun thing. Turning the disability into arts and crafts projects. All right, back to this stupid TikTok.
The day you find out you have ADHD or autism, they're like, here you go. Congratulations, here's your triple cup. Because I can keep my dopamine drink in one side. But then, since I always reach for my dopamine drink instead of my other drinks, now I have my electrolytes and my water right next to it.
There's just so much that makes me want to blow my brains out listening to her. Right. First of all, there's this obnoxious notion that we are all running around low on electrolytes. So you got to have your compartment full of Gatorade so you don't die or pass out due to low electrolytes, which how many people are hospitalized due to low electrolytes? You know what I mean? Like, it's something that doesn't really happen super often. Likewise, these 50-ounce tumblers full of water because we're just afraid we're dehydrated. You're going to be okay, right? If you have to wait a few hours to drink, right? You don't need to schlep your tri-cup. What did you call it? Not a tri-cup.
Like the day you find out you have ADHD or autism, they're like, here you go. Congratulations, here's your triple cup.
Your triple cup. That's what she calls it, the triple cup. You need your triple cup. And the fact that she refers to her favorite drink as her dopamine drink. Get the fuck out of here. This is how you know you're dealing with a person that is faking a disorder. If you find yourself saying, oh, they're annoying, they're faking it.
Since I always reach for my dopamine drink instead of my other drinks, now I have my electrolytes and my water right next to it. I'm the most hydrated I've been in weeks because I'm a very out of sight, out of mind person. Like if it isn't in front of me, it doesn't exist.
Oh my God, thank God you're hydrated. I'm guessing she's got a link to purchase this thing. I don't know. I hope so. It doesn't show that on this particular, when you download the video, but that would make me hate her a little bit less, knowing that in reality, this is an advertisement and she's just not typically this annoying. She's doing it for the sales. I don't know, but get your triple cup now. My only wish is that you drink so much out of the triple cup, you drown yourself. You get water poisoning. We've read stories in the past when there's been radio promotions, contests where people have to stand, continually drink water and try not to piss themselves. People have actually drowned. You drink so much water, you get poisoning or something. Your body can't process all that water and you keel over. Let's hope there's some triple cup drinkers who experience that disorder. All right, and with that, let's get into the crazy, bizarre twist to the fucked up news right now. Not a member of the Distorted View Sideshow. What are you waiting for? Help support this stupidity. Become a true and honorable freak today. Just go to distortedview.com. All major credit cards and PayPal accepted. When you sign up, you get access to a personalized podcast feed. You just copy and paste into whatever podcast app you choose. That way you'll get all of the exclusive shows we do throughout the week, typically on Tuesday and Thursday. every week, Sideshow exclusive episodes just for paying freaks, so it's a good deal. Now, if you listen to DV on Spotify instead of signing up on our website, you'll sign up through Spotify. Just search for Distorted View in the Spotify app, of course, and you'll find a link to tap onto and sign up. You can do something similar in Apple Podcasts, although you can sign up on our website, just copy and paste into Apple Podcasts, that's fine. Or if you're lazy, you want an easy way to do this, just a couple taps, just search for Distorted View in Apple Podcasts, and you can sign up using Apple Pay and all that. Very easy peasy. Other ways to support the show, we've got a Patreon account, patreon.com/distortedview. Pledge at least $5, get access to a special voicemail line where I will play your calls first. And you can sponsor an episode of DV. All you got to do is PayPal me $25. Just PayPal show@distortedview.com. That's my PayPal address. Make sure to let me know how you would like to sponsor the show. If you want me to dedicate the show to someone, talk about something, play an audio clip, whatever, just let me know. You can email me or include it in a little note in PayPal. Again, $25 to support DV that way. Okay, 2 very quick stories because I'm posting the show late. I want to get this thing up. End this fucking week, and then we'll get back on track on Monday. First up, we got one from our most fucked up state. Say it with me. Florida. Our most fucked up state. Yes, it's Florida. Our most fucked up state. Now, here's a guy who could use one of those incel girlfriend dolls to teach him what not to do to a lady. A Florida man is accused of stalking a woman he met through an online dating platform, then secretly tracking her movements and then stealing a teddy bear. Wait for it. I'm not done yet. All right. He stole a teddy bear containing the ashes of her late son. There it is. All right. Then he threatened to destroy it all if she contacted authorities. To think this would work in securing a second date, it was misguided, really. Justin Fountain, 31, was arrested on August 1st after the woman reported weeks of escalating harassment following the end of what authorities described as a brief relationship. I wonder if they even had sex. I'm guessing they did, like once, and to him, it was mind-blowing. He needed to go back for seconds, and she didn't want that. And it drove him insane. Pussy will make you lose control. All right. Investigators said the woman met Fountain through Facebook dating and dated him for about 3 weeks before ending the relationship after discovering drug paraphernalia and learning he had allegedly smoked crack cocaine in her hotel room. Dream date. Although she initially allowed him to continue staying there, she later told him to leave. According to investigators, Fountain then began a campaign of harassment that included repeatedly appearing at her workplace and other locations, accessing her electronic accounts without permission, and communicating with friends and relatives while impersonating her. Now, I'm sure he was impersonating her through like texting, email, that type of thing, but I like to think he was putting on a female voice. Mom, it's Carol. I need you to wire me $500 for groceries. Authorities also allege he secretly used GPS technology to monitor her movements, following her to work and to a hotel where she was staying. Look, I know he's the shitbag here. Crack addict, stalker, child ash thief, but she sounds like she might be a little troubled too. You know, she's staying at a motel or, I don't know, she doesn't seem to have a place of her own and she's dating a crack addict. You know what I mean? Like, it's very Florida what's going on here. The situation escalated when Fountain allegedly stole a stuffed teddy bear containing the cremated remains of the woman's deceased son. Sheriff investigators said he then sent more than 100 text messages demanding she contact him and threatening consequences if she involved law enforcement. Among the messages cited by investigators were, quote, "You need to answer my calls if you know what's good for you," and "I'm going to destroy you," and threats to burn the teddy bear if she continued ignoring him. Authorities also said he warned, "I will not go away peacefully." Most crack addicts never do. He demanded she meet him if she wanted her son's ashes returned. Deputies said many of the messages continued while the victim was inside the sheriff's office reporting the incidents, allowing investigators to observe the communications in real time. Investigators later stopped Fountain on Interstate 95 and searched his vehicle, where they recovered the teddy bear containing the child's ashes. I'm guessing they also found drugs, right? The item was returned to the victim. Fountain was booked into the Flagler County Jail and faces multiple felony charges, including aggravated stalking, extortion, malicious threat, cyber stalking, unauthorized installation of a tracking device, hindering communication with law enforcement, we're not done yet, unauthorized access to an electronic device, and other related offenses stemming from investigations, both by the Flagler County Sheriff's Office and Flagler Beach Police Department. His bond was set at $61,000. Court records did not immediately indicate whether he had entered a plea or retained an attorney. Final story we have for you today, a 76-year-old London pensioner who said the relentless sounds of his neighbor's garden pond left him sleep-deprived and, quote, driven completely insane. He has admitted to pouring motor oil and detergent into the pond, killing several koi and damaging its pumping system. Now, I'm pretty sure those things don't make a lot of noise. At least like the pump. If it's connected and it's pumping water, you may hear a little something. I looked online for the sounds of a water pump in a fish pond, and here's what I came up with. This is a koi pond. I see the pump there. You can't hear it. You hear the water. If I was next door to someone who had this in their yard, I'd keep my window open every night. This would help me sleep. This is like a crazy old man just wanting to complain about something, it seems. Jerry Duffy of Hadley Road in Barnet, North London, pled guilty Tuesday at Wellesden Magistrates Court to 3 counts of criminal damage and 1 count of unlawfully destroying fish. Duffy was given a 2-year conditional discharge in order to pay about $760 in compensation to his neighbor. Andreas Potato Heads? I don't know. Toe hides, I guess. The guilty plea marked a reversal for Duffy, who denied the charges when he first appeared in court in April and had been scheduled to stand trial on August 4th. The dispute centered on a garden fish pond behind Towhide's home, next to the studio flat where Duffy lives. Duffy, a retired builder, repeatedly complained that the pond's water pump was keeping him awake and warned his neighbor that if nothing was done about it, he would take matters into his own hands. Well, the conflict escalated over several days in March. On March 20th, Duffy poured motor oil into the pond. 4 days later, Towhides discovered that pipes supplying water to the pond had been cut. After reviewing security footage, he saw Duffy climbing over the fence separating the properties. The situation again escalated on March 26th when detergent was poured into the pond. Earlier court proceedings said 3 dead carp were initially discovered that morning, while reports from Duffy's sentencing said 5 or 6 koi was ultimately killed. Closed-circuit television footage showed Duffy entering the garden between 2:32 a.m. and 3:08 a.m. That's prime time for some shady shit to go down, you know? Middle of the night. The prosecutor told the court Duffy had previously complained directly to Towhides and warned him in words to the effect that if he did not deal with the pump, Duffy would. Duffy's attorney said his client attempted to resolve the noise problem before resorting to damaging the pond. I'm surprised I wasn't hauled into court when I killed a bunch of fish, doing something very similar. Although I wasn't upset about noise, I was just a child that was having fun. I told the story many times how my neighbor had those big, like, barrels. They must have gone up to my chest when I was a kid, maybe higher. And they're huge, and they had fish in them. I don't know if it had a pump, but me and a friend just happened to be walking through the yard. Because back then, you could just walk through people's yards. You know, when I was younger, like, every neighbor's house was fair game to play in, it seemed. We'd walk through people's yards to get to other locations, you know, if it was a shortcut. We wouldn't ask anyone, you know. Anyway, so we were walking through the yard, and that woman apparently just went to the grocery store, bought a bunch of toilet paper, and she had it on her porch. And so we just opened up the toilet rolls, unrolled it, and stuffed all of the toilet paper in these barrels full of fish, promptly killing all the fish. I don't think I ever really got in trouble for it. I mean, she yelled at us, I don't know if she ever went to my parents. You'd think she would have and asked for compensation for the fish or had us clean all of the wet, gloopy toilet paper. But no, I think I pretty much got away with it. Never got punished. Unlike this guy who has to pay restitution. Again, about almost $800. 20 pounds of it are going to be deducted from Duffy's benefits every month. You know, because he's an old man on a very fixed income. It's like, that's not my problem. You have to pay it all at once. It's going to take 40 months for him to pay it. He's an old dude. He might not live 40 months. It's like over 3 years, right? And this is an old dude. All right, there you go. That, my friends, is your Distorted News for Friday. Before we do any voicemails, let's check in with the For Harry Cunt text line.
Start sexting for Harry Cunt. Send those nudes for Harry Cunt. For Harry Cunt. For Harry Cunt.
All right, let's see what we got here. Area code 801 wrote in, "Love you, Tim. I'm having a rough time, but you always make my days a bit better. Thank you. I wish there was a depressed caller jingle, but for texts. Corey is a fucking genius." Well, it's true. We don't have an original song for depressed texters, but it's another depressed texter. You are depressed. It's another depressed. Oh, you get the idea. This person went on to say, "I love that you did a Distorted View Care segment." I don't remember that. we cared about someone? What? That doesn't sound like me. "I love that you did a Distorted View Care segment for that guy whose house burned down." Oh yeah, I kind of remember that. "I know you're a depraved scat freak, but you're also a good man. I'm going to send you some cactus cooler once I get my car running again." Oh. Yeah, focus on your car. Spend the extra cash that you would use on cactus cooler to I don't know, make sure your brakes are okay or something, you know. Want you driving around in a safe automobile. Stacy from DC texted in, "I normally don't listen to the best of Sideshow episodes, thank you, but I was just listening long enough to wait for the new episode to come out. It was cracking me up that you were talking about 45 to 50-year-old people being old." Yeah, I caught that too when I was like going through the episode. I was like, oh, back then I thought 45-year-olds were ancient. That, talk about depressing. Their taste buds have deteriorated enough to go to Starbucks. Oh yeah, that's me. "Do you still get the cinnamon dolce latte with 2 pumps of mocha?" Yes, but not every day. Like, I'll do that maybe when it gets colder out. I'm typically a nitro cold brew queen at this point. I get the sweet cream with just a little bit of caramel. Big fan of the nitro cold brew. The longer I listen, the better it gets. Your impression of Pastor Manning sounds like Yoda. My early Pastor Manning impression, because we played that episode of the show. It was one of the first times I think we featured Pastor Manning. It sounded like Yoda trying to warn people away from sodomites. Thank you very much, Stacy. Area code 408 says, "Just heard you complain about yellow jackets. They make a foam you can spray down the hole that will kill them." Yes, I know. Wait until the sun goes down and they go to sleep and then spray it down. Yes, I am going to do. Lord Douche wanted to try doing gasoline fumes, but I think the spray might be better. I like the idea of like something literally smothering them. Foam. And I hope it's a sticky foam and they can't fucking fly or anything. I want them to die a painful death. By the way, you should see our front yard. It is like a jungle because I refuse to mow right now because there's just no way I'd be able to avoid that hornet or yellow jacket thing. I know they'd come after me, so I'm waiting until I take care of it. Area code 862 says, "Hey, Tim, I sent a sponsorship for a week for $150. Oh, yeah, that was you. Sorry, I didn't get back to you right away on that. Like I said, I missed the initial email, but you're on the docket now. Just wondering if you got it or if the request was not feasible. Oh, yeah, hey, that does remind me. Stop requesting insane shit. This guy was like, here's what I want. I want you to do prank phone calls all week with Brad Carter. I'm like, now I got to drag Brad into this. I do have to contact him about that, though. I'll see what I can do. Keep those texts coming in. The text line, of course, is For Harry Cunt. Let's do a couple voicemails now and call it a day. All right, love to hear from you freaks. Many ways to contact the show at DistortedView.com. I'm all over social media at DistortedView on Twitter and Instagram, Facebook.com/DistortedViewShow. Regular voicemail line, of course, is 206-666-4463. If you pledge at least $5, you get access to that special voicemail line where I will play your calls first. And we begin with some patrons.
Libby. It's Libby.
Libby!
Called to tell you happy birthday.
Oh, thank you.
Go on over to the recorder. I've got a surprise for you.
Uh-oh.
Go on over to the recorder and put on the recording of your new favorite song, Prescriptions, by the Manhattan Transfer. Oh, wait, they don't sing that song. Who sings Prescriptions? Prescriptions? I don't know. But when you find out, call back and let me know.
I would like to try a version of that song, Operator, Get Me Jesus on the line. But the words are just, prescription, prescription, get me prescription on the line. All right. Thank you very much for the birthday wish.
Happy birthday, Timmy Boo.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Come on, tiny human. He's quiet now, but happy birthday, Timmy Boo. Hope you're having a good day. I know you're probably already made your show for the day. However, you're
calling on a Saturday.
Us happy birthday and all that.
What do you think? I just do a show every single day of the week?
Fucking freak. So you know what? I hope yours is better than all of ours.
Well, thank you very much for the birthday wish.
Timmy Boo, what's up? This is Sideshow member, Patreon freak, Lube Jobs.
Lube Jobs.
Hey, glad you played those Bob Hickman clips last week. I just watched this short documentary series on HBO Max called Bring Me the Beauties, which you might like.
What is
Definitely
it? Bring
check
me
it
the
out.
what?
It's just 3
Bring me
episodes.
the beauty?
They're all under an hour each. But this cult was based on this idea of a thing called a walk-in, which was like... short version is basically like an alien comes in and takes over your body and they walk into your body and no longer yourself, but you're yourself. And when I was watching this and they started to describe this, I was like, it's fucking Bob Hickman.
It does sound like what Bob Hickman says.
Like God entered my body, or whatever the fuck he says. Anyways, great documentary.
Yeah.
Definitely check it out.
Maybe Bob is being possessed by an alien or controlled by an alien. That certainly is a theory. Not any or less ridiculous than any other theory involving Bob. One more call here.
Early old school.
Hey, it's Spiral Hamfucker, I think.
Rap.
Yeah.
Hey, boo.
Yeah.
Spiral Hamfucker.
There it is. Okay.
I remember that. It was like you're getting your ass chewed out. Motherfucker, nigga, you ain't shit, motherfucker. Oh no. I'm like, I've never heard females rap before.
Does anyone else think Spiral Hamfucker is kind of spiraling out of control? Like, are you drinking?
I'm very familiar with this. Motherfucker, you ain't get nigga because I fucking don't like you, little motherfucker, motherfucker asshole.
It was weird because Spiral Hamfucker was away for a really long time, and now he's calling back a lot, and I don't think there's been one call that has made perfect sense yet. You know, like, all the calls are a little off. All right, well, thank you very much, though. I love hearing from Spiral Hamfucker. That is all the time we have on this edition of the show. I want you guys to email me, show@distortedview.com. Distortedview.com is our official website. Voicemail line for you, 206-666-4463. That's 206-660. God, is it? Oh, God.
Hopefully someone shoots you in the goddamn fucking face.
Spread the distortion, STD. Tell all your friends about the show. Don't forget to give us a 5-star rating, a thumbs up, or like wherever you can rate and review podcasts. Special thanks today goes out to Satan's Porthole for sponsoring. He wanted to hear a tainted broth version of the Meade Skelton Trump rally song. I am happy to accommodate. Sit back, enjoy this. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you back on Monday to do it all over again. Until then, bye, everybody.
Woke up in the morning, right by the sunrise, fixing me some pancakes, pouring out the cornflakes, while Daddy reads the news. I said Trump's in town, and I guess I'm going down to see the man who leads the USA. But Daddy turned to me with a frown on his face and said, boy, don't pull that shit today. Trump rally, MAGA rules. Who needs to graduate middle school? Surrounded by people just like me, too proud of our flag to bend the knee. Full of heart, full of chins, best of all, just white skin. I gotta see Trump, but Daddy won't let me. Trump rally, country lover. No face mask, no nothing to cover. Got the guns, the very best shooters.
Subscribe.net.